what your word says. I believe it. If you spoke it, I receive it. What your word says. I believe it. If you spoke it, I receive it. What your word says. I believe it. If you spoke it, I receive it. What your word says. I believe it. I believe, I believe. I believe it.
Yes. Ricky, just give me a little more track in front. Good evening to everybody. Good evening to everybody. If you're happy to be alive, let me just see you give a wave. You got a wave right now. Yeah, man, is one thing about Kittitian people. We believe in the Most High, ain't it? Yeah, man, yeah, man. Give me a little more track there, Ricky. In front, in front. You turn it up behind. Yeah, that's it there. Right there, right there. Yeah, won't you sing this with me now, quick? Sing. Oh, na, 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 na. Oh, na, 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 na. Oh, na, 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 na. Oh, na, na, na. Let me hear you sing. What? Sing. When my back's against the wall, He will answer when I call. I put my confidence in you, all my confidence in you. When I don't know what to do, and I just ain't got a clue, put my confidence in you, all my... Listen. So when me suck between the rock and the hard place, me heart take and me tears just a wash face. How me survive is by the mercy and all grace. Cause you to God and let me knees be the last place. Me lift me head and turn me hand to the Jehovah. Him and me rock, him and me shield and me cover. Take me to a higher place for him shoulder. My cup when it over. When my back's against the wall, He will answer when I call. I me not see. Jesus Christ, you know me believe you. Let me see you do this. Right now, me confidence up, me faith it up, and you me believe and trust. Me feel like a new artist get a buzz. Me feel like me move from the last to the first. Me feel like a turn to a plus. Underestimate me, you better go up. When my back's against the wall, He will answer when I call. Put my
confidence in you.
All my
Confidence in you.
yeah, yeah. When I don't know what to do, and I just ain't got a clue. I put my confidence in you. All my confidence in you. Listen, me never tell you said the word it easy. Sometimes I question God, believe me. But when the pressure get tight and squeeze me, Him no forsake, Him never did leave me. Yo, see the Bible go read. Just trust and believe. It's just your faith God need. Like a mustard. Let me see you, let me see you. Oh na 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 na. Oh na 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 na.
Oh na 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 na. Oh na na na.
So we sing again.
Oh na 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 na.
We sing again.
Oh na na na.
We sing again, 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 again. Let me hear you sing. Sing it. Confidence. Confidence in you. Confidence. I put my
Confidence in you.
I put my
Confidence.
I put my
Confidence in you.
I put my confidence. Yeah. So when my back's against the wall, He will answer when I call. I put my
Confidence in you.
all my
Confidence in you.
when I don't know what to do, and I just ain't got a clue. Put my
Confidence in you.
all my
Confidence in you.
oh na na, oh na 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 na,
Oh na 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 na.
oh na 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 na.
Oh na na na.
So we sing again,
Oh na 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 na.
we sing again,
Oh na 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 na.
we sing again.
Oh na 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 na.
Oh na na na. Yes. How we feeling? We feeling good? How many of us went church this morning? Put up your hand if you went church. Okay, a few of us now went church. So we could go church right now. It's still Sunday. We could go church right now. For those of you who know me, I got a radical kind of church, right? You know, yeah. So I could bring some of the radicalness here. There we go, stink. Not that. Not that.
Cut that.
You know what I mean by radical, right? This kind of radical. How Caribbean people create praise. Yeah. You ready to praise God? Let me see you do a little bounce, We're warming up. You ready? 1, 2. I feel like praising Him. I feel like praising Him. Whoa, the Lord has been so good to me. I feel like praising Him. I feel like praising Him. I feel like praising Him. Whoa, the Lord has been so good to me. I feel like, let me see you jump. I feel like jumping for joy. I feel like jumping for joy. The Lord has been so good to me. I feel like jumping for joy. Let me see you jump.
I feel like jumping for joy.
I feel like jumping for joy.
I feel like jumping for joy.
Whoa, the Lord has been so good to me.
I feel like jumping for joy.
I feel like running, skipping. Praise the Lord for what He has done for me. He has set my spirit free. I feel like running, skipping. Praise the Lord for what He has done
For me.
I feel like running, skipping. Praise the Lord for Take all the praise. You deserve. Take all the praise. Take all the praise. I have come.
Say thank you, Lord.
Take it up. Take it up. Take it up. Turn down a little bit. Turn down a little bit. Now I've been hearing some rumors, right? That a lot of witchcraft going on, especially for this election. And me not really too concerned who will do it. But you see, this whole St. Kitts thing is all of us gonna feel it. If it's true, it's all of us gonna feel it. So right now we're going to plead the blood on the election. We're going to plead the blood all over St. Kitts. Who with me? If you're with me, just give me a wave right now. Give me a wave. Sing it. Somebody say action time. Listen. Well, if your hands are anointed, if your feet are anointed, and if you're under the blood, give me a Holy Ghost shout. If your hands are anointed, if your feet are anointed, and if you're under the blood, let's do it again. If your hands are anointed, if your feet are anointed, and if you're under the blood, give me a Holy Ghost shout. If your hands are anointed, if your feet are anointed, and if you're under the blood, you ready to plead the blood? 1, 2, 3, go! Blood, 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 blood. Blood, 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 blood. Blood, 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 blood. We plead the 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 blood. Let me see you raise your hand up. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. See you. Raise your hand if you love my Jesus. Raise your hand if you love
my Lord.
Raise your hand if you
love my Jesus.
Raise your hand if you love. Let me lift him up. Come, let me lift him up. Yeah, we lift him up. Let me lift him up. Let me lift him up. 1, 2, raise your hand. Sing. If you love my Jesus, raise your hand if you love
my Lord.
Raise your hand if you love my Jesus.
Raise your hand if you love
Let me lift him up. Sing.
Come let me lift him up.
Come let me lift him up. Come let me lift him up. Come let me.
Come let me.
Come let me lift him up.
Come let me lift him up.
Come let me lift him. Take it out. Take it out. Somebody could please find some more water. I'm thirsty. Else I'm gonna stop right here. You want me to stop? You want me to stop? Well, somebody find some more water. Nobody wants to sponsor me? 1, 2, next one. Blessings. Yeah. You want a blessing. You need a blessing now. You want a blessing. You want a blessing. Take it out again. Oh, okay, that's for the lady. That's for the lady. Respect, respect. I know we at a political meeting, right? But we create an altar right here, right? When people create an altar, that means they want something from God. Anybody here want a blessing? So you come down to the altar then. You want a blessing? You need a blessing now. You want a blessing?
Come to the altar.
You want a blessing? You need a blessing now. You want a blessing? Come down to the altar.
Give it all to the Savior. Come to the altar.
Yeah. is power in the name of Jesus. There is power in the name of Jesus. There is power in the name of Jesus. We go all out. We go all out. We go all out. We go all out. All out for Jesus Christ. All out. We go all out. Let's go. One, two. We ain't no God. We praising God. We going all out for God. We ain't no God. We praising God. We praising God. We going all out for God. Let me see you just go all out. All out. We ain't no God. We praising God. We going all out for God. We ain't no God. We praising God. We going all out for God. Yeah. Wait there. Very good son, massive day. Very good son, massive day. Very good son, massive day. Who say? Good son, massive day. Very good son, massive day. Very good son, massive day. Who you represent? Who you represent? Who you represent? Say who you represent? Who you represent? Who you represent? Wait there. Very good son, massive day. Very good son, massive day. Very good son, massive day. Who say? Very good son, massive day. Very good son, massive day. Say who you represent? 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 Take a look. Bossman, Honorable, how much time we got? How much more time we got? You don't know? Y'all ready for us to go? What's on your one? Push your way through. Push your way through. Push your way. Push your way through. Push your way. You gotta push. Give me the regular one. Push your way through. Push your way through. Push your way. Okay, we got a request. We gonna push we way through. You ready? Yeah. 5 minutes. Okay. May why you lash me, so I'm gonna go your 5 minutes. Anybody ready to push? Let me see you push. Let me see you push. Push your way through. Push your way through. Push your way through. Push your way. You gotta push. You gotta push. Push your way through. Push your way through. Push your way through. Push your way through. You gotta push. Push. Push your way through. Push your way through. Push your way through. Push your way. You gotta push. Marry them. So push your way. Push your way. Push your way. You gotta push. Give me wave. Give me wave. Give me wave halfway. Let me see you get something and wave. Get something in your hand and wave. Everybody, wave up for it. Wave up for it. Wave up for it. Wave to the king. Wave up for it. Wave up for it.
Wave up for
Follow
it.
me.
Wave to the king.
Wave to the left. Wave to the right. Let me see you. Left. foreign, wave a foreign, way to the king, wave a foreign, wave a foreign,
wave a foreign, way to the king.
let me see you wave a foreign.
Wave a foreign, way to the king.
Yeah, that's all, folks.
Confident in your Jaja, going you're not gonna make me suffer. Enemies trying them a fit, scatter and batter and flatter. Protect my people, Jah. No make them get caught in the crossfire. Protect my nation, Jaja. Cause we no want me no land to no slaughter. Protect my people, Jah. A Babylon start this wildfire. Protect my nation, Jaja. Protect me nation, Jaja. Downtown, I know we are ground, you know. Holy potential, trouble surround. Marcus prophesy, head I go roll. Wonder if prophecy I go unfold. Uptown, can't go downtown, you know. All country people worried, you know. What means of survival blurred. Worried in the middle section, well I'm sorry. Father help me, some nana have mercy. Father help me, preserve Jamaica beauty. But why you protect my people, Jah? No make them get caught in the crossfire. Protect the nation, Jaja. Hey, protect my people, Jaja. Hey, look at the youth, them, watch them. Can the beast have a system to trap them? The police and the thugs are your children. And you alone have authority to judge them. Could I go suffer for bad? The place I go mad. Don't make it get bad like over Baghdad. Politics fail and religion fail. And most I alone. Respect the hustlers in the streets. Finding out to make two ends meet. Respect goes out to real. Respect your mama working the brain to feed the children down the lane. Respect goes out to her. Don't you ever give up, no. We've got too much to live for. Remember, hard work is the key. Yeah, yeah. She had fun enough to be. We don't know how she feels. Oh, just see us through, 'cause only you can answer our prayer. Respect the hustlers in the streets, finding out to make two ends meet. Respect goes out to real. Respect your mama working the brain to feed the children down the lane. Respect goes out to her. Respect the man that drive the bus, do the dirty work, clean the garbage up. Man that sweep the streets, clean the country up. Respect goes out to you. Oh, yeah. Doctor man big up, liar man big up, policeman big up, fireman big up, teachers big up. Respect goes out to you. Yeah. Respect the hustlers in the streets, finding out to make two ends meet. Respect goes out to you. Respect your mama working the brain to feed the children down the lane. Respect goes out to her. Me say the whole that we are real, you the whole that we are friends. Make we stop on the corner, spin around on the gens. When big song a play, we are beat on the fence. Because we burn friend killer and we burn fast pretense. When butter cook, everybody a look six love drop on the table and shook. Me say that song you have for voice, cause the place get nice. This a free me get to paradise. Big up the place where me come from, cause it nice again. The done them a say none of me rise again. I know I not one, yes a good vibes again. Big up the place where me come from, cause it nice again. The done them a say none of me rise again. I know I not one, man for them. I youth a rise both, yeah, we glad for them. Yeah. Right now, we see pain over show. Remember one time me couldn't put my foot out the door. Baby mother's happy, I've been like this too. Cause the youth and my mind of youth. No man now get execute, now look no man fi shoot. You know long me no see a black soul. So big up the place where me come from, cause it's nice again. The done them I said none of me rise again. I know I not one, yes I good vibes again. Big up the place where me come from, cause it's nice again. The done them I said none of me rise again. I know I not one, yes I good vibes.
We still a suffer. Them say things that get better, but we can't see it. Can't see it, we can't. Them say money I run right and all, but back still I feel it. Still I feel it. Can't sleep at night because we stress out. Every month and that talk about kick out. Make our ends now meet. People line up on street. Change is what we need. Tell me if you're going through this, working all day and night and still can't live a good life. Tell me if you're going through this, the money where you make done before it reach your hand, my friend. Tell me if you're going through this. Now no money for gas start, so you can't to drive your car. Tell me if you're going through this. Every day I wonder if no better life, no day for you. Them say things that get better, but we can't see it. Can't see it, we can't. Them say money I run right and all, but back still I feel it. Still I feel it. Can't sleep at night because we stress out. Every month and that talk about kick out. Make our ends now meet. People line up on street. Change is what we need. Skanking, grooving, hallelujah. Skanking, grooving, hey me jaja, yeah. Skanking, grooving, under pressure, yeah. Skanking, grooving, under the pressures of a life and it tough. No stay down, mama, time pick it up. No bother with the down, full style, strictly up, full vibes. Now pick it up when the bills, them, the rent and the mortgage due. Yeah, yeah. When me chalice, when your best friends are gone and it's only you. Yeah, like a pass, turn up the music. Skanking sweet, everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and the rock with me. You know feel a reggae music sweet, yeah, yeah. Skanking sweet, everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and the rock with me. You know feel a reggae music sweet, yeah, yeah. Skanking sweet. For every pain there's a melody, yeah. For every trouble there's a harmony that brings everything together. So make we sing together. And who say life no order? And every man got their struggle. I beg you to help me, Lord, and let me overcome my troubles. Skanking sweet, yeah. Everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and rock with me. You know feel a reggae music sweet, yeah, yeah. Skanking sweet, everybody wanna feel like free. Forget your troubles and rock with me. You know feel a reggae music sweet, yeah. We up, yeah, free up, yeah. Balenciaga for me structure. Good them car bush get lit up, yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Fiesta, forever, party, whenever, when we're together. Yeah, coming from the West Indies, and you know, so we giving them the best indeed. Anywhere we there, we do a flex on street, and the style what we do, no matter red stampede. And I interview nobody question me, and you try never look in my direction, G. New bank crab and a bridge expanded. Oh, coming from the second grade, yeah. Can't ball in a life, man. Go on with it, go on with it.
Yo, easy. Are you kidding me?
To us, yeah. Yeah. So we are coming in with a force, yeah. Blessings we are reap and we coursing on full. Oh, we not rise and boast. Yeah, we give thanks like we need it the most. We have to give thanks like we really supposed to be thankful. Blessings all for my life and my thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, we see blessings fall by my right hand. But I toast for the friends we take off every load. One time did sit down in a class and we bored then only said the road and we go on with the road.
pass through your soul to can't ball in a life, man. Me have to thank God for the journey, the earnings are just for the plus. Yeah, and gratitude is a must. Yeah, me see blessings fall, them right on. But I toast to the friends we take off every load one time. Big sit down in a class and we board them. Only set the road, them go on with it.
Thank God I'm alive and well. I'm alive and well. And they no fake smile at my eyes can't tell. No, 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 yo. Bad mind, I don't know. Send you but tell them you will see me now. You see me now. You see me now. Envious people, I beg you please. When you see me, don't see me now. Don't see me now. Don't see me now. Don't see me now. Talk the things them boys say. They say talk the things. It's like them and want see my people win. I say jealousy and grudges are sin. Talk the things them boys say. They say talk the things. Some of them just want easy living. Not success reach them watching your things. So you want show out, they can't talk to me. Guardian angels watch over me. Every morning I kneel down and pray for my family. Look I say, you want show out, no bad company. Could take away what you give to me. When I see negative energy, go the next way. Now bad mind, I don't know. Send you but tell them you will see me now. You see me now. You see me now. Envious people, I beg you please. When you see me, don't see me now. Don't see me now. Don't see me now. Don't see me now. Well, everybody put your people don't know ya, but they won't judge you.
Thank you for choosing People's Action Movement Airlines. This is Flight 333 with non-stop direct service to Church Street. I encourage you at this time to put your chairs in an upright position and buckle your seatbelts. The bell is due to ring at any time, and it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Members and friends of the People's Action Movement, good night, good night, good night. First and foremost, I want to say thank you to Tehila Band. If you feel like they open up tonight with energy, let me hear you say, ooh. All right. Well, you know, I'm not going to go any further delays. We're going to start the thing nice and proper. I'm going to ask you, if you are sitting at this time, to stand at attention for a playing of the national anthem.
Oh, land of beauty, a country where peace abounds, as thy children stand free on the strength of will and love, with God in all the struggle, St. Kitts and Nevis be a nation bound together with a common destiny. As followers we stand for justice and liberty, with wisdom and truth we will serve and honor thee. No spot nor stick can conquer, for God will show defense. His blessings shall forever to posterity extend.
I ask that you keep standing as I invite Carol Clark to invoke God's presence over tonight's proceedings.
A pleasant good night, one and all. Can you join me as we reverence God, as we bow our heads and be silent, please? Everlasting Father, wonderful Counselor, you are the Almighty God, the all-knowing and all-seeing God. God, we approach unto your presence tonight in the multitude of your mercy for guidance. And Father, according to Isaiah 58:11, the Lord will guide you always. He will satisfy your needs in the sun-scorched land and will strengthen your frame. You will be like a well-watered garden, like a spring whose water never fails. Isaiah 30:21. Whether you turn to the right or to the left, your ears will hear a voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it." Proverbs 3:5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, submit to him, and he will straighten your path. Mighty God, as we come before you, we ask for your divine direction and your covering, mighty God. We lift up your name, and even now we declare that you are God, and you only are God, and there is no other like you. Father God, even now as we submit to you, mighty God, and your presence, Father God, we ask for the host of heaven angels to encamp around us. Father, we decree and I declare even now, whether it be word, deed, or action, whatever it is that was planned, oh God, orchestrated against your people, Father, we nullify it even now in the mighty name of Jesus. Father, we bring this meeting before you and we ask, oh God, that you, oh God, lead every one of the speakers and may you cover them with your blood, mighty God. We cover each person that is represented here from their household, mighty God. And Father, we say, not our will, but your will be done as we prepare ourselves for another general election. Father, we pray in your name. Take over, take full control, Father. We trust in you. In Jesus' mighty name, we have prayed. Amen.
And let the crowd say, Amen, amen. Now I apologize for delays, but I am advised that we are ready to go. So cabin crew, please prepare for takeoff.
I'm strong. I'm strong. Go away with your
Finally, the People's Action Movement has come back to West Bastia. Finally, we are giving a candidate to West Bastia. People's Action Movement, make some noise. I'm not going to do any stalling, no stalling. The flight is ready and we are taking off. Cruising altitude today is 30,000 feet. So without any further delay, it's time to introduce the winning team. From constituency number 1, we have the indomitable, the unstoppable, the formidable woman of strength, none other than Natasha, Shani, Grace, Brooke, Pam. That's what we say.
One nation, one community. Everybody know we voted for Natasha Gray. One people, real unity. East Bastia, say how you jumping with me.
From Central Bastia, the man for the mission, the man for the vision, the only man with the plan for Central Bastia, none other than Jonel Powell. Make some noise for Jonel Powell. Constituency number 4, the only one that's sure in 4, Grant for sure in number 4, Lindsay Grant.
Welcome. I said, well, the Grant.
You sharing legs. Talking number 4. You sharing legs. Lindsay Grant for sure. You sharing legs. Okay, I would have said you sharing legs. Lindsay Grant again.
Them again.
From farm to table, make some noise for Troy Flanders.
First time and doing good. First time and powerful. Representing number 6 with a plan to give them licks.
that's going to deliver constituency number 7, none other than Lincoln David Pence.
Getting it done with Lincoln. Getting it done with Lincoln. Yes, getting it done with Lincoln. No more egoism with Lincoln. Fear Schaefer, fear the money. Fear Schaefer, what's the call? Fear Schaefer, fear the money. Fear Schaefer, fear the call. Fear Schaefer, fear the money.
And the man who is going to bring St. Mary's and St. Peter's to the parliament, the man who is going to walk down Church Street with the team, Chesley Hamilton.
Everybody knows I am on my way. Chesley Hamilton not accept defeat. Full suit of gold, we march the street.
West Bastia, come forward, come forward. West Bastia, come forward, come forward. West Bastia, come forward. Introducing the candidate that is going to modernize, re-energize, and revitalize West Bastia. The man of the hour, Kevin Milo Freeman.
He got the better plan for the people plant up my tree and he constituency. Are you ready? 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 Ready, 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 ready. On the go with mine. On the go with mine. With mine. On the go with Milo. He voted, she voted, he voted 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 Milo. Go with mine. And go with Milo. With mine. And go with Milo. He voted, she voted, he voted 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 Milo. Milo is the man. He got the better plan for the people and not my tree and the constituency. Are you ready? 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 Ready, 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 ready. And go with mine. And go with mine.
Make some noise for Milo. Raise those flags for Milo.
Milo. He voted, she voted, he voted Milo. He voted, she voted, he voted Milo. He voted.
Don't stop the energy. 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 Introducing the next Prime Minister. The first Prime Minister from Sandy Point. The one that's going to take back the country. Growth, prosperity, productivity. None other than Sean Kenneth Richards.
Sean Richards, the best leader. All you come, true. You go bring your friends, I go bring my friends, and we friends will all vote together. Cause Sean is the best man for the country, the best leader for we. We voting for Sean Richards, Lord. A man with a brand new cares and understand this election. We going with PAM. We voting Sean Richards, Lord. Go tell everybody he's the best man for we country. Right now, we need a strong leader, a man who could make things better. From Sandy Point to
Belly's
Freaking
ringing, the
Sean
belly's
is the
ringing,
man to
Ken
lead
ring
the
the
way.
bell.
We just need a caring person, someone with a hopeful vision. So anybody else who got this, Sean from St. Kitts, the best. We voting for Sean.
I know you're watching Ocean working hard for way. I know you're seeing what he bringing for you. Fixing up SB in many ways. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Sean will love you. And I could tell you love us too. We feel you. We could feel your love and pushing through. Just know we vote for you. You need to light up the playfield from way. Light it up. Give the roads them from way. Build it up. Build new stations from way. Build it up. You know we voting from house build up, school fix up. Sean care for way, Sean care for way. SP like it like this, just like this. We like it.
If you like it like this, let me see them flags, let me see the rock.
We like it like this, just like this.
We like it like this. We like it like this. We like it like
this. SP like it
like this.
I no gimmicks, I no tricks. 2020 Sean. SP like it, SP like it, SP like it.
The whole country like it.
It feels so good to know Sean love us too. We know we go keep you. Nobody ever made us feel like this. No, maybe what if we swear. Light up the playfield from way. Light it up. Pave the roads them from way. Pave it up. Build new stations from way. Build it up. You know we voting for you. Land team unity buy back and money pay back. House build up, school fix up. Sean care for way, Sean care for way. SP like it like this, just like this. We 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 like it like this. We like it like this. We like it like this. SP like it like this.
If you know you like it like this, make some noise. If you know you like it like this, make some noise.
Hey, I know you bringing for you, fixing up SP in many ways. Oh yeah. Sean will love you, and I could tell you love us too. We feel you, we could feel your loving pushing through. Just know we vote for you. You need to light up the playfield from way. Light it up. Pave the roads them from way. Pave it up. Build new stations from way. Build it up. You know we voting for you. Land team unity buy back and money pay back. House build up, school fix up. Sean care for way. Yeah.
Well, the progress reports are coming out tonight. And so you have to find your class. I said the progress reports are coming out tonight and you must look at it to find your class. So when the bell ring, do not be caught in the schoolyard confused. PAM people, look at your team. Let me move out of the way. Look at your team. Team, stand up. Candidates, stand up. PAM people, look at your team. You see anything like this? You see anything so sexy? You see anything so capable? Find your class. Find your class. Find your class. You into? You into too? Me too, I into. I know my class. I make sure you don't make no mistake, you know. You ain't too? Okay. That's okay. We stop streaming. You can ask the incoming Minister of Education again. We don't stream anymore. So ain't nothing if you're in A2. Just make sure you do the work properly. You make a nice cute X in the box. And if when you go in, you want to say a little word when you're making it, do that too. But don't let them lock you up. No more delays. We're going to start hearing from our candidates tonight. And the first person that I want to invite to the mic is the one that is going to make sure that number 8 stays in the PAM fold. He's going to look out for the young people, the old people. He's going to make sure that all of St. Mary's and St. Peter's can testify to how good, how nice, how sweet PAM is. So PAM people, help me welcome to the podium none other than Chesley Hamilton.
When the election bell a ring, everybody knows I PAM a win. Chesley Hamilton not accept defeat. Full suit and all we march the street.
Members and friends
of the People's Action Movement, a pleasant good evening. I am very, very happy because for the first time, one party had a meeting last night and two parties are having meetings tonight in constituency number 3. It tells you that number 3 is in play for the first time under Milo. Wow, I feel good. Wow, I feel good. PAM people, in 2015 they had you vote for Labour, man. In 2020 they had you vote for somebody else. But in 2022 you vote in PAM. You vote in PAM. And if even Woodley PAM was alive, she would be right across there and very happy that you vote in PAM. So put your X next to the hat in the box, whip, whap, and don't let it touch the line. Don't let it touch the line. Whip, whap in the box next to the hat, right where you say, Corvin Milo Freeman, and you will be happy that you are voting PAM again in number 3. Yeah, I have never seen in all my life in politics in this country number 3 being so important to the electorate, and all because of one Milo. Yeah, Milo have them shaking in the boots. The one who lose already and couldn't take a lose. And the one who going to lose this time, and we're going to retire her right away. Milo is the man. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring greetings to you from constituency number 8 and let you know that we have walked the entire village of Keys. We have walked 80% of Keon, but for Spooners, all in one short month. Hard work. We have walked the majority of Connery. We had plans for Half Moon, but for the inclement weather last Saturday. But I want Half Moon to know we ain't keeping no cottage meeting. We come in door to door, house to house. I want to say the same thing to Cedar Grove. I ain't coming in a group meeting. I come in door to door, house to house in Cedar Grove. Because I don't do the same thing in Odgie and Stapleton. And I don't do the half of Gillard Meadows. And I don't do Carrickfester Village. And I'm simply telling you, door to door, house to house in Needmos, in Canada, in Kitts, I am coming. When the bell ring tonight, there is nothing to announce. Because Sean K. Richards, the legitimate Prime Minister, already rang the bell. And he can't go beyond a certain date. Those of you know when you're playing draft, some call it checkers, and you reach right up and the person pull back the crown and put it right there so you can't go no further. They say you get hug. Well, Barabbas get hug. Barabbas get hug. He has no more moves. He have to ring the bell tonight. He could scream, he could shout, he can't go no further. The only little thing he has to announce is when his nomination there. And we will thank him for that. That's all he has to announce because the date is already set. He can't go no further. He get hug. Somebody said he hug, get hug. Wow. They tell me don't. Somebody say don't go low. They say don't go low. But I just want to let you know, he got hugged. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that the leader of the People's Action Movement has the full confidence of his team.
Damn strong. We're damn strong.
And when I say he has the full confidence of his team, let me give you a little bit of history. PAM under Dr. Simmons with the NRP formed the government and took us to independence. The founder of the NRP is one Simeon Daniel. That man endorsed one Mark Anthony Bradley as the leader. And when he was running for the CCM, he endorsed him. And today, the leader of the CCM, Mark Bradley, has full confidence in Sean K. Richards. So I want you to know that if Daniel and Simmons was like our Moses that led us to independence, Sean K. Richards and Mark Bradley will be like our Joshua leading us to the promised land. That is what I want to let you know. Because we would have brought this thing full circle from Simmons and Daniel to Richards and Bradley. And I'm simply telling you, it's one movement. This was destiny. That the Concerned Citizen Movement and the People's Action Movement will come together. It is like Daniel went in the great beyond and write it and say, we will put this thing right for history and posterity. We will get People's Action Movement and the Concerned Citizen Movement together to finish the job that he started.
Champion, champion.
It is like he left it in his will for us to carry out his mission. And I'm glad that Dr. Simmons is alive today. I am glad that he is alive today, that he can witness it for himself. Because what he started, Sean K. Richards, that pro-black man from Sandy Point, will be the next prime minister in this country.
Champion, 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 champion.
A man from humble beginnings. His father, a mail carrier. His mother, a school teacher. Two people giving national public service to the people. It can't get no better than that when one of their sons from a middle-class family could rise up to be prime minister in this country. Some people grudge that. They say they don't want nobody who not from Bar State to become prime minister. They don't vote for Bradshaw from St. Paul's. They don't vote for Douglas from St. Paul. They don't vote for Timothy from some place else. And therefore they can't vote for another man from the rural part of the country, because he can tell me it's the town of Sandy Point. So I can't say country. So therefore, they don't want nobody that is not from the Basti environment. But tell them, come hell or high water, Sean K. Richards is the next prime minister in this country.
Better days are coming, change your ways. Don't let this moment pass you by and remain the same.
And I say all that to say this. Sean has the full confidence of his team, whether it's CCM or PAM. And you know why? Because none of us here wants Sean's job. None of us competed with him like the other side. Because the two people who run against the man from St. Peter's, and when he lost, where more people voted for him than voted against him than for him. Up to now, they ain't come together and say, we're going to make it unanimous. You are the leader. So they're still waiting for him to lose. They're still waiting for him. And the man who he took on, who endorsed the man from number 3, he's still waiting. So how he going to lead when he got to be looking back? You cannot drive and look in your rearview mirror. And he has to look behind his shoulder because all of them want he walk. But I'm going to make it easy for them. I'm going to make it easy for them. The day after the election, there will be no more Jew. Neither Andrew or Terrence. Put on your hat and vote for the hat. Because we don't want no Jew that is falling, fall on your head. And all of them going down for the count. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to wrap up now. But I want you to know that the People's Action Movement is the only choice. We are the only choice. The people of number 8, better days are coming. The people of number 8, better representation is coming. The people of number 8, I am going to be your advocate. I am going to be your advocate so that when you want representation, not in the house, the courthouse, but when you want it in the House of Parliament and the cabinet room, I, Chesley Barker Leco Hamilton, is saying to you that I know how to advocate. I know how to do the representation, and representation will be done in Parliament. Representation will be done in cabinet because politics is about policy making, public policy making. No matter what they tell you the definition is, the definition of politics is public policy making. And I am telling you, with a man who has 2 degrees in politics, I'm going to end on this. I'm going to end on this. Or should I leave it for the next meeting? I'm going to leave it for the next meeting. Because he got a certain member of my family saying all kind of things. And I'm going to leave it for the next meeting. You know why I'm going to leave it for the next meeting? Because though it's public policy making, and I don't talk family business in public, when they step in the public and start to make noise because they get paid, I am going to take off the clothes. Come the next meeting, I am telling you, come the next meeting, if you want to make the private public, once you step in the public arena, Chesley Barkley can say, fix your house and your backyard before you come in the public. Next meeting. Good night and God bless you.
Everybody knows I am a win. Chesley Hamilton not accept defeat.
Make some noise for Chesley. St. Mary's and St. Peter's. That is the kind of representative you need in Parliament. Who can take off people's clothes to make sure that all your water don't go. Now, no long talking from me because I see Lily down there, he's giving me the eye. And so, from the farm to the table, from the farm to the table, please help me welcome the soon-to-be honorable member from number 6, Troy Flanders.
First time and doing good. First time and powerful. Representing number 6 with a plan to give them licks. From the farm to the table, Troy is able to deliver and see us through. From the farm to the table, Troy is able with a plan for me and you.
Members and friends of the People's Action Movement. Members and friends of the People's Action Movement. Good night. Lovely. Good night to all who listen to my voice. Good night. I am here tonight to give my support to my friend and my colleague, Corvin Milobax Freeman, the PAM representative for constituency number 3. Tonight,
I'm here to lend my fullest support to our national leader and the next Prime Minister, Sean Kenneth Richards. We in this movement, we are serious about moving St. Kitts and Nevis forward. And agriculture must be a part of this forward movement. Agriculture will be one of the pillars of economic growth. We must get water to our farmers if we are serious about food safety and security. As part of our agricultural programs, short-term training for our farmers in land management and bookkeeping. We will organize seminars and workshops to keep the farmers up to date with this developing industry. Brothers and sisters, food security is a must. In my day-to-day interaction with farmers, the subject of water and irrigation comes up. The subject of machinery comes up. The subject of reliable supplies and input also comes up. The subject of the state of the Department of Agriculture also comes up. The subject of marketing also comes up. And the subjects keep coming up over and over again. Brothers and sisters, we have a plan. We have the policies and we have the programs. It is we, this movement, will introduce the Ministry of Agriculture credit programs, whereby a revolving credit system will be set up so farmers can access non-interest bearing credits to use for supplies and small equipment material. Brothers and sisters, the yield from your crops will use to pay back to the ministry to offset the credits. Brothers and sisters, this movement is the only choice. This movement, as I say, is the only choice in this election. This movement. In constituency number 3 is one choice. When you go to the poll, is one choice you'll see. Just put your X by the hat. Don't get confused. Is one thing you need to know is only Milo Freeman. That's all you need to know. Don't worry about who else. You know? And when you do that, number 3 will be coming in for the movement. And I hear some people talking, you know. And they better be careful. Because in a constituency 6, we're making a lot of noise. So tell them be careful. Because it is shaping up to be a clean sweep. That's what it's shaping up to be. A clean sweep. I understand, you know. I like team. I like team. Some people like to boast about, say, I got the O. But you cannot bingo with the O alone. How could you bingo with the O alone? Huh? I like a team. So when we bring in the B, huh? And the I, and the N, and the G, we're going to take away the O and St. Kitts and Nevis will bingo.
I'm moving away with me.
Huh? Let her hear it. What you say? We gonna rig him up. That's right. We serious now. This is a serious time. Serious time. Huh? I'm telling you, St. Kitts and Nevis is who we're fighting for. Huh? So, brothers and sisters, the choice is simple. In every single constituency, we will be voting for our PAM representative. Right? Okay. So constituency number 3, vote for Corvin Freeman. I, Troy Flanders, I'm voting PAM and I'm voting for Troy. So what we say? From the farm to the table? From the farm to the table? From the farm to the table, our farmers are able to deliver for us. Thank you. Good night.
First time and doing good. First time and powerful. Representing number 6 with a plan to give them licks. From the
From the farm to the table? From the farm to the table? More for farmers, more for constituency 6. Well, the flight it's flying nicely. We're cruising. We just got to our cruising altitude. If you remember, what was our cruising altitude? 30,000 feet. Come to the front of the class. Are you ready for when the bell ring, you know? I like that. No more stalling, please. Just like how Troy had the energy for number 6, please help me welcome the man with the energy for number 7, none other than Lincoln David Pell.
Getting it done with Lincoln. Getting it done with Lincoln. Yes, getting it done with Lincoln. No more egoism with Lincoln. Fierce your fire. Fierce your fire. What's the call?
Good night, members and friends of the People's Action Movement. I come here tonight and greet you, not only on my behalf, but from the great people of constituency number 7. I also want to let you know, I bring you peace, the peace of Jesus Christ. And by saying that, I want us to understand we have to conduct ourselves peacefully for these elections. I've been hearing a lot of things, but peace is what we want. We do not have to do anything as they do. Now my voice, hold on. My voice is a bit bassy, as they say. But what is important is the message. I want you to ask one question I want to ask you this evening. Are you ready to rumble? Yeah. Are you ready to be a part of the persons who will make PAM win this election? Are you ready to help make Sean K. Richards the next Prime Minister of this country? And those of you in constituency number 7, are you ready to make David take Goliath down and make David the representative in constituency number 7? This is the time of change. This is the time of change. We're calling for change. We're asking for change. But I want every one of us to understand. Change is going to come. Change is coming. Change is already here. Now, I am here for one thing. To give support to Kervin Milo Freeman in constituency number 3. Now let me ask a question to show you what I'm talking about. You all ever take up a package with the Milo and read the health benefits? Milo is a man that's going to bring some health to this constituency. And he's going to bring health also to our country. We know he's passionate about our health system. And I also want you to know, all of us should be. Health is very important. So, David Pell, in constituency number 7, have seen some faults. We have seen where neglect have taken throughout constituency number 7. The representative who is in constituency 7 is there for 27 years. And I'm not saying 27 days. 27 years is a lifetime. And therefore, just how I see the problems and the neglect, I will solve them. I have been through and out my constituency and informed my constituents. One, the sporting facility, down to the ground, and we have some good sport personalities right over there in constituency number 7. You should know I'm a sport man. I guess my political leader wouldn't allow me to do a backflip here tonight. So, thank you very much, sir. I want to let you see what I can do. But I am a sport man from since in primary school. I have gold medal for track and field in 100 meters. I have bronze medal in shot put. And what I'm saying, our athletes can be just like those in those big countries. Therefore, I have a sports plan. And I'm sure you have heard our leader. The next Prime Minister of St. Kitts said he's going to support these sporting plans because our sport persons can be professional sport persons as well. Why can't we have persons here who are better than Usain Bolt? We have produced good sprinters. We have good basketball players and football players. I used to be a football player as well. The reason why I stopped, someone nearly break my leg. They have the opportunity now that I didn't have. My plan is to help our persons to get scouts come here, for them to go to university throughout the world. What I'm talking about is not giving them handouts. I can give you, well, I wouldn't say me because I don't have it, but you could get $1 million now as a handout, but your bill costs $101. $1,001,000. You realize you're still short. But if I take your dream, if I take your plans and help you start a business, you see the difference. And you have heard our political leader, the next Prime Minister of St. Kitts, said he's going to have different funds to help our young persons. They have Silicon Valley in the United States. Why can't we have our own right here? We always talk about the American dream. I like to say we have a St. Kitts dream. Let us dream big. We do not have to go anywhere to make our plans and our dreams come a reality. Vote PAM. Vote PAM, the best party at this time. And as I said to my constituents, because since I have been a candidate, I have been throughout my constituency. Just yesterday, I was through my constituency and telling my constituents, handouts, yes, but you get it today and you lose it the same time. You put your ideas and you bring your dreams to reality, you start to develop wealth for you and your children and your children's children. I am saying these are the plans what I have for my constituents. And also, it's a national plan because those of us who are here who are old enough could remember 1983 to 1995, St. Kitts was dubbed what? The most prosperous nation in the world. And I'm saying this PAM team, we're going to make St. Kitts the most prosperous nation again in the world and even more prosperous. That's what I'm saying.
Dreams of bright and days, highest grades.
Peace and love every time. The wind is strong. What he's saying, a hurricane is blowing in constituency number 7. And when everything is settled, Lincoln David Pell will be the representative right in constituency number 7. I will be going down to Church Street to go in the White House with my leader, Sean K. Richards, and everyone who is on the stage, and our friends over there in Nevis. Are you dreaming tonight? Do you have a dream? Do you have a dream? Do you believe St. Kitts and Nevis can be a most prosperous nation in the world again? Do you believe that you can make your dream and your business ideas come a reality? Help us to help you. Help us to help you, to help us, to help all of us, to help this nation. You know what has been happening throughout our nation. Those of us, I'm talking to those persons, every Christian in this nation, every person who believes in justice and fairness. We have a situation that we should say wrong is wrong. It is wrong and it is dead wrong. And if we want to correct the wrong, what we do? We go around, we change direction. And the direction to change is to vote PAM. Vote Lincoln David Pell in constituency 7 and vote all my colleagues in the constituencies. Because what we are saying, St. Kitts and Nevis has to turn around to go back to be prosperous. I don't know if you all remember when the Labour Party get into power, it went in with violence and it left with violence. When PAM went into power in 1983, there was peace. If there was any murder, maybe 1 every 2 years. We want that back again, and even no murder at all, because according to the scriptures, innocent blood, it doesn't go like that. And over the years, we had innocent blood running around this place. And I'm calling on each and every one of us who believe in justice and who believe in peace and believe in life. Let us preserve life. Let us vote PAM in this general elections. That's what I'm saying. And we have the persons on this stage who believe in peace, who believe in love. You guys are not here just because you want to be here, but you love us and we love you too. According to the scriptures, greet with a hug and a kiss of peace. So I just want to say tonight, my friends, vote PAM in constituency number 3, Milo, because you know the health benefit in the Milo. Vote Milo in constituency number 3 and vote PAM throughout St. Kitts and Nevis and CCM in Nevis. Good night. Good night. God bless constituency number 3. God bless St. Kitts and Nevis. God bless all of us to be prosperous. Thank you. Thank you. See you next time.
Where the real farmers them come. Yellow this thing, yellow the place. What we say? What we do? Getting it done. We Lincoln. Getting it done. We Lincoln. Yes. Getting it done. We Lincoln. No more ego.
I realize that as the flight continues, the wind is blowing a little hard, so we are encountering a little turbulence. I think it might be the wind of change that is already starting to blow, which indicates that it is closer to the time that the bell must ring. And when the bell rings, PAM must win. You're paying attention?
Must win.
I said the bell must ring and the bell must ring. Okay. Now we are at the time where we are going to have some endorsements because we came here to hear Milo's plans. I don't want to expound on Milo's plans because every time I do, I get into trouble. And so I'm going to leave the endorsing tonight to the persons that are going to come up. And the first person that I want to invite is none other than Calvin Isowasup Johnson.
Members and friends of the People's Action Movement, good night. And to the comrades and all the other people all over the world, wherever they are, I want to welcome you all to this special historic occasion. Good night. Historic occasion in that is the first time my good friend Miles is a candidate. Historic in that is the first time I, Calvin, ever been on a political platform. And that's because I don't endorse fake people. I endorse real people. People who are going to work for you. People you're going to see all the time. And not on TV alone. And so, I'm here for one thing tonight, and only one thing. That is to endorse my good friend. My good friend, Corvin Milos Freeman. On my way up here, a lady stopped me. She said, Southsap, I know you're a Calypsonian and you always have a mouth full. But tonight ain't your night. Tonight is Milo's night. So just do a spoonful. So I promise I'm going to be very short. But allow me to say something before I start. I recognize lately a lot of people going around this country endorsing people left, right, and center. To my mind, or my thinking is that to endorse someone, you should have some kind of a credibility. If I could recap, all people would say, you'll have to have some kind of balls. And I find that a lot of them hang on. But the endorsing and the endorsing and the endorsing. And that's why tonight, when the king speak, the whole of constituency tree go and listen. Must listen and should listen. And that's the truth. I had no plans at all, in taking part in this election. Because from my first time of registering to voting until now, I think I overdosed with the politics. I had enough. So I said, I done. But when I'm home and I hear my good friend Milos Chai hat in the ring, I say, this is it. I got to go again. I must. And so I decided to do this thing. Endorse Milos and make sure we on track. It's the first time West Bastia would have a real representative. In other words, you wouldn't have to call Milos to tell him what happened in Constituency Chi, because he there, he always there, so you don't need to call him. You know the rest of them, you got to call them and wait till you see them on TV. Milos always there. Ain't nothing he got to go alone to do. It's something he accustomed to do. He only going to do it more now. Right, so we're going good. I had to change the heart in doing that. The next thing changed my heart is that when I hear somebody ask Milos, well, how come last election you asked us to vote for somebody and now this time you come around and vote for you? When I heard the answer, I said, yes, Milo Box is ready. He's ready. I mean, my grandmother always say, he said what I would say, and my grandmother tell me so too, when you want the job done correctly, do it yourself. I said, yes, what's going on up here? What's going on up here? And that's why tonight I'm here to endorse him. I'm begging you to support the whole constituency and the whole country to support Milos, because he ain't gonna got to light a lamp to look for him. He going to be there. I promise. If I can't find him by accident, look for me. And I know where I always be. Main hard to find. So constituency 3, this is our time
Let's do what we got to do. We ain't gonna get like this again. The first time we ever had this. So I depend on you to do likewise. I back in, so I expect I to be in too. So let's do what we got to do. Good night and God bless.
Constituency 3, it is your time. So come in, come in, come in. You heard it from my source up. You never had anything like this. A real representative who is going to give real representation. At this time, the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign, and so you are free to move around the cabin. Please remember there is popcorn and also beverages of your choice. You are also free to get on bad and make noise because I have just learned that the sheriff is in West Bastia. I said you are free to make some noise, to wave your flags, to raise your placard, and give a warm PAM welcome to none other than Mark Brandley.
Increase the momentum. Increase the momentum. Increase the momentum. Increase the momentum.
Come people, make some noise. Make some noise. Show them what real unity looks like. Show them what real solidarity looks like. Show them what progress and prosperity looks like with your PAM and CCM representation.
Don't be afraid to go for what you want. Somebody say MSD, military, black circle. Everybody come. That one you go mad. We are push forward. I want to hear everybody say ready, ready. What? Hey, I have a dream. I have a mission. I have a mission to reach my destination. So I don't want nobody hold me back. Hold me back. Hey, positive energy, no negativity. My eyes on the prize and nobody gonna stop me. So I don't want nobody hold me back.
Ladies and gentlemen, People's Action Movement, let me hear you make some noise! I want to thank the political leader of the People's Action Movement, the Honorable Sean Kenneth Richards, and the entire team for having me here this evening to say a few words. You know, I'm accustomed when I'm on the stage to talk for long, but they tell me I only have a few minutes. So I'm here, right here in constituency number 3, to endorse a man who is from right here in constituency number 3, the one and only Milo Box Freeman. I want to say good evening to all of you. Good evening to all of PAM. Good evening to all of St. Kitts. Good evening to all of Nevis. And I bring greetings to you from the Concerned Citizens Movement, CCM and PAM, one movement. DJ, the music sweet and me can't dance, so what you want me to do? Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that this is going to be one of the most important elections that we would have. We see all that is happening in the country. We see what is masquerading as government, and we are saying that it has to come to an end. The people in Nevis are sure. There's no problem in Nevis. I came down here the last time. I tell you, when you start to count, start at 9, 9,
10, 11, that's 3. And I know that when the ballots are counted here in number 3, there's only one representative for the people of West Bastille, and that's Milo Box Freeman. I have known Milo for a very long time. And the reason that I'm here tonight is because he's my friend. He has always been there for me. And I said to him, Milo, anytime you want me, call on me. The last time he called on me, he got me walking up and down the village. I don't know where I'm going. He got me walking up and down and we're telling people, vote for a young lady down here. Well, you feel how good I feel now that I come back to tell village people, vote for Milo. We now beg you to vote for anybody else. We are begging for ourselves now, and we are begging you to vote for Milo Box Freeman. That is the man. Everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. In fact, and I mean no disrespect to the others up here, I believe Milo could run in Nevis and win too. So I want you all to go out in your numbers. Treat this election with the importance that it deserves. Make sure your household goes out. Make sure your neighbors go out. Make sure that when the day comes, you all yellow up the place. It is time. It is time for us to restore decency to St. Kitts and Nevis. We need a real government in Church Street. We need a proper government in Church Street. We need real decent leadership in Church Street. And I know that this PAM team, I call us what is left of unity. Because the vagabond has left us. And we who are remaining are the righteous ones. We are the ones. And I want you to promise me something. I come a long way now. I come a long way. And if I had to swim to come, I would have swum too. Because I wanted to be here to say to you that on election day, I hear them say they're going to announce it tonight. I don't care when they announce it, God, it has to come. It has to come by August 8th. And they say in Nevis, and I'm sure they say down here in the village, night run till morning catch them. Well, guess what? Morning reach now. And every rope has an end, and the rope has come to an end. So I don't care where he is tonight. He understands that his time is up.
When I see my friends become my enemy,
So, I am not concerned about the past. We now need to start to look forward. And the future is a PAM CCM government. That is the future. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you know my time is short. But when the time comes, I want to ensure, I want to ask you, please, a favor. I know that in Nevis 9, 10, and 11 will be among the saints that are going marching in. I want you to ensure that here in number 3, Milo Box Freeman is marching in with us. Listen, I don't want no cabinet without Milo. Since I small, I like Milo. Me never know he when I small, but I like to drink Milo. So we want Milo with us, but we also want the other members of the People's Action Movement with us. In my last few minutes, let me tell you something. People ask me why Sean Richards. I say Sean Richards has one quintessential value, and that value is trust. Trust. And I know, because I've dealt with him, that if Sean tells me he's going to do something, he's going to do it. His yea is his yea, and his nay is his nay. And it is time that we restore trust in Church Street. And that is why I feel comfortable being here tonight, because I know we have some difficult issues to confront. You cannot confront them unless you have people that you can trust. You, the electorate and the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, you must have leadership that you can trust. And that is why I feel confident. That is why I feel comfortable. That is why I've come in my blue to mesh it with you. One movement, CCM, the Concerned Citizens Movement, PAM, the People's Action Movement. When we come together, we are one movement moving people forward. That is why we are here. That is our purpose. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I so vexed I come all this way, they tell me we got 5 minutes, you know. I want to talk long, you know. But, no, I can't talk long. Oh, you want to get me in trouble? Listen, I don't get fired once for the year. I want to get me fired twice? My task tonight was a simple task. It is to tell you that Milo Freeman is the best choice in number 3. It is to tell you that the People's Action Movement is the best choice among all the parties vying for your support in St. Kitts. I know what the people of Nevis are going to do. So let me ask you, Pam, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Number 3. Let me hear you, number 3. Are you ready? I want you, and I'm going to come back, you know. I'm going to come back because I want you to promise me that here in 3, you will ensure that Milo Box Freeman is the man. In 1, you have a beautiful young lady. All in Nevis, people love Shani. She will be a great representative for the people of number 1. In number 2, I'm telling you, I am not going back to Parliament. I'm not going back to Cabinet without the man called John L. Powell. Well, we are here in 3. In 4, oh Lord, 4 is so sure. 4 is so sure. In fact, since Lindsay get fired, he get taller. You all realize that? In 4, there's only one person there, and that is the Honorable Lindsay Fitzpatrick Grant. In 5, what number 5 is going to do? Number 5, what are you going to do?
You go bring your friends, I go bring my friends, and we friends will all vote together. Cause Sean is the best man for the country, the best leader for we voting for Sean Rich.
Number 6, I will confess that I heard him for the first time tonight. Mr. Flanders, I like what I heard. He said he's voting for himself. I like that. And other people in 6 are going to vote for him too. Because he's a good, credible candidate. And so in number 6, Pam, go out in your numbers and vote for Mr. Flanders. Number 7. Number 7 don't confuse me, you know. Because sometimes I see one, then I see the other, and I don't know who I'm looking at. But number 7, Mr. David, I want to wish you all the very best in number 7 and ask the people of number 7, the people of the People's Action Movement, the people of St. Kitts to go out in their numbers and vote for Mr. David. And Lord of mercy, you got a deputy sheriff down here. He can't take away my crown just yet. But he wear the hat better than me. I want to say that in number 8, there's only one contender. And that is Chesley Hamilton, soon to be the Honorable Chesley Hamilton. In Nevis, you have number 10, Eric Evelyn, that's sure. You have number 11, Alexis Zook Jeffers, that's sure. And in number 9, you have the one and only Mark Anthony Graham Brantley. And none of them can bang me number 9.
Increase the momentum. Increase the momentum. Increase the momentum.
Wait, we only got 11 seats. We run out of seats. Well, it look like Pam have 8 and CCM got 3. But I am saying to you, ladies and gentlemen, let us treat this election seriously. Let us go out in our numbers and let us ensure that we get a government that cares, a government we can trust, leadership in Church Street that we can trust. And that is why I have said that with Sean Richards, we know that we have somebody who will put the country first. With Sean Richards, we know that we have somebody who has been there, who has seen the good times and the bad times, and who understands from his humble beginnings to where he is now how to lead. And I am sure, Sean, that the rest of the team will be right there. We're going to come down from Nevis. When we win, I want you to give a whole week off, because that is how important it's going to be. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have to go. I don't want to go, but I have to go. Please, on election day, which will be sometime early August, when you come Nevis for Jam for Juve, then you come back for the parade, I believe soon after, get your finger ready. Because we're going and vote, and when we vote here in the village, there's only one candidate. That is the Honorable, let me give him a name now, the Honorable Milo Box Freeman. This curving thing don't sound so good on my tongue, so please forgive me. The Honorable Milo Box Freeman. And you know what I liked when he presented himself? He done start to practice with the Bible, say he being sworn in. You hear him? I curving Milo Box Freeman. So the man ready. Give him the chance. He's a people's person. He knows what he's doing. He will represent you. He knows you. You have seen him here growing up in this community. Give Milo that chance. Milo, I feel so good to come to St. Kitts to campaign for you. Me and you not walk up and down a campaign for nobody else anymore. We're working for Milo, 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 Milo. So let me hear you, number 3. Number 3, as I leave the stage, let me hear you one more time. PAM, the People's Action Movement. PAM, number 3, village, wherever you are, tell me, are you ready? Thank you, good night, and God bless you.
I know he's the man, he got the better plan for the people and number 3 and his constituency. Are you ready? 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 Ready, 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 ready. On the go with Milo, on the go with Milo, on the go with Milo, on the go with Milo.
Somehow, I feel like the flight went up from 30,000 feet. I feel like the altitude has climbed, and so I'm going to ask you at this time to fasten your seatbelts, please. Please, we don't want to lose anybody. But PAM people, are you ready? Are you really ready? You sure you're ready? All right, I like the energy, I like the energy. Now at this time, I'm going to invite Mr. Irvin Sweeney to endorse and introduce the candidate for number 3.
Members and friends of the People's Action Movement. Fellow villagers, with all the heat that's going on, all I have to say, PAM will win, so put Milo in. That's all I have to say. And I want to hear it. PAM will win, so put Milo in. Over here, PAM will win, so put Milo in. Well, I have only a very few minutes, so therefore I got to cut up everything I had planned to say. But I am supposed to be endorsing and introducing a friend, a village man, a man who born right over here, grew up over here, represent this community. I call him the ambassador for West Bastille. So brothers and sisters, I don't need to tell you that Milo is a village man. I don't need to tell you Milo has a plan. I don't need to tell you Milo understands what's going on. I go back to where I begin. PAM will win, so put Milo in. PAM will win. So when Sean and Lindsay decide they share the pie, Milo gonna be right there to say West Bastille must get its own. And I am confident that Milo will give us great representation. I have no doubt whatsoever. You know, as I say, I got to make some adjustments because we're running out of time. But just today, I had the opportunity to sit with the Right Honorable and Right Excellent Sir Kennedy Simmons. And I say that to say this. I want to talk especially to some of the PAM people who are not yet home again. Because you know what? There was a time when you could not even say PAM on the radio. And you were the ones who took the People's Action Movement and put it into government. All I am saying to you, come home. There was a time when brothers and sisters, when we talking about independence, they were marching and saying, hell no. You were the ones who brought independence and decided 18-year-olds could vote. There was a time when we started Port Zante and when we started the Southeast Peninsula, they said it was a road to nowhere. Today, that's the backbone of this country. You did it. Come home. I say come home, my people. You know, and there was a time when we as Kittitians had to stand up. The women of this country, when you got pregnant, ladies, when you got pregnant, you lost your job. On the consummation, you got 13 weeks with pay. I say, come home. What are we waiting for? Brothers and sisters, this nation needs you now more than ever. The nation needs you now more than ever. Frankly, after I defeated Labour, I had decided I'm going to hang up my guns after 47 years in politics. But when the leader told me that Milo was the candidate, I said I'm going to put on my guns again. Because PAM will win. Put Milo in. So ladies and gentlemen, we're running out of time. And all that is left for me to do is to ask you, put your hands together. I want to hear it loud and clear. Put your hands together. They could hear it everywhere. Put your hands together, my people. West Bastille, let us introduce the very next candidate. Let us introduce our champion. Let us introduce the man who would take this constituency. Kevin Milo Box Freeman.
Milo Box. They said you're the man for number 3. So what? Tell me.
Please direct your attention to the monitors at the back of the stage for a special video.
Time for talking is over. Now is the time for action. That is why I have decided to contest the next general elections on a ticket of the People's Action Movement. No longer shall I state what they should do. I am now stepping up to the plate because now more than ever it is about what we can do together. I will be a different representative, advocating for the people of West Bastia. A new era is at hand, and I am proud to be at the forefront, fighting every single day for you.
It has been about 2,000 years since PAM has had a meeting in Trafalgar Village. So I want to say to everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome to my hometown. First, let me say good night to my beautiful wife, Christine, and my two lovely daughters, Kyra and Kayla. And I want to thank them for supporting me on this venture. You see, when I told them that I was going to be the next candidate for the People's Action Movement for constituency number 3, they did not like it. They said to me, well, my wife said to me, Milo, why are you getting yourself in politics? And you know, politics is nasty. My daughters them said, Daddy, you're going into politics? You're going to get a lot of money? Well, you know, I said to them, no, I'm going to get a lot of stress, but I'm going to be all right. You see, because when I look at the reason why I am here, I realize this was by no mistake. I had to be here. I had to be here, and so here I am. You know, it's just up that road, up there. Right up that road up there is where I grew up. I grew up running these streets and having fun. Nobody had to bring me here and introduce me to the people of West Bastia, and in particular, the people of the village. Because I am simply one of you and have always been one of you. You know, I know right now I'm having a little bad feeling because I know if my parents were alive, they would be so proud of me. Especially my father, taximan, Uncle Joe Freeman. This man, my father, I believe strongly, he loved Dr. Simmons and the PAM party more than he loved his wife, my mother. I also want to pay some respect to some fallen brothers and sisters who I knew would have been proud of me if they were here with us. People like Dean Kelly, Kimberly Ward, my good friend, my very, very good friend, Richard Mazda Keynes. I see his daughter here earlier tonight. Ines, where are you? Good night. Good night. And also, a good friend of mine who has just passed recently, Mr. Ken Clifton. All these persons at one time or other had encouraged me to get into politics. In the word of my good friend Ken Clifton, he said, Milo has a mind and a heart that's needed in today's politics. I just hope that the government recognizes that and take advantage of this shrewd individual. Well, I don't know if the PAM government they have right now will recognize that and take advantage of it. But I know definitely that the majority of the elected representative do recognize that and is taking advantage of that. And I want to say to them, gentlemen, thank you, thank you, thank you. It was here in this same village at the tender age of about 11 when I got my first lesson from my mother about giving. I remember coming from a shop right over there, Carter shop. Like I said, I live just up the road up there. And when I was coming home, I passed a crazy man. And I saw him in a shirt. And I said to myself, well, he got a good shirt, but what a crazy man doing in such a nice shirt? He got a shirt like mine. And so I journeyed home, paid it no mind, till about 2 weeks later, me and my very good friend at that time, Mr. Kennedy Bayon, we decided that we were going into town. And so I gone in, and I looking for my shirt. And I looking for my shirt. And I looking for my shirt. After looking for an extensive time, I then went to ask my mother, Mommy, you see my shirt right there? She said, well, what shirt? I don't give it to the crazy man. I said, Mommy, I could give her my shirt. My mother grabbed my hand and pulled me into the bedroom and opened up the clothes drawer. And she said to me, look in there. How many more shirts do you have? I said, a lot. She said, exactly. You got to learn how to give to the less fortunate in the society. And that is the first lesson I learned about truly giving. You know, I love to give so much because, you know, in fact, my wife always said one of these times she gonna come home and she ain't gonna see me because I'm gonna give away myself. And I said to her, you had a father give away, I ain't had none. So somebody don't give you away, nobody gonna give me away. So it's against this backdrop is why I am here tonight on this stage as a candidate. You see, I tell people all the time that even though I have entered into the belly of politics, I have not seen myself as a politician. Instead, I see myself as someone who is going to use politics as a vehicle so that I'll be able to reach more, so that I'll be able to help more. And that is why I'm into it, for give service and to help my fellow citizens. I want to be able to help the fisher folks in Palmetto Point for them to get a pier so that they don't have to take the dinghy to go out, to go on the boat, to go out to ply their trade. I want to help the young person down there, like Erickson, who said he's been trying for years to get land and can't get none. In fact, I want to help the whole community of Palmetto Point by being their representative who will always be there to address their concerns and be there for them. As they have explained to me that they feel abandoned and neglected because all the labor representative that they have had up to the present PLP representative, they do not see them at all. They do not see them. I also want to be able to help the constituents of Boyd's and West Farm by ensuring that they get a good community center where they can gather and have recreational thing and other functions. I want to help the young people like Vidal and Kendall, people who want to have good jobs. I want to assist them also in getting houses and getting all that they deserve. I also want to help the good people of camps. I want to give that village, and that's where my good friend who endorsed me, Isa Osap, is from. I want to give that village a complete overhaul. If you go down in the village of camps, the village of camps look like way back in the 60s. Seems like nobody looked after the village of camps. And it is so that I said to myself, imagine you have a community where at one time the representative of this constituency, where his family is from, and you have that place looking like that. Why is it they are treating the people of camps like that? And you see, what I also want to do, I want to create a family-safe area for the people of camps. The people of camps, down there they have a lot of children, and there is no area at all for them to play. No area at all for them to play. Could you imagine all the land surrounding the village of camps? Instead, the government back then gave a little piece of that land for the people of camps to have a playing area for the children. Instead, they give it away to all kind of people who are not even from constituency number 3. Can you imagine that? And while I am camps, when I was there on Thursday, when I was walking going down the road, I hear somebody say, "Who that, Milo?" And I look back. And when I look back, it was the oldest person that we have here in the village and camps area. A gentleman named Mr. Griffin, who is going to be making 97 years in October. And I said to him, "Griff, what going on? What's up?" Him, "Well, boy, I hear you running. Who you running for?" I said, and he red hat, you know. Because them there is the kind of labor that, boy, you could dig any kind of hole, they're going to still say down there as labor. But he said, "Boy, Milo, I hear you running and I feel good. But I want to tell you something." I said, "Mr. Griffin, what is your story?" And he said to me, "Milo, since 2 years ago, a young woman come up on my veranda and talked to me. And she told me that she's going to look after me." And he said, I said to her, "Listen, I have nothing. All I get is $250 from Social Security. Could you please put me on the $500 plan?" Mr. Griffin said, "Milo, since 2020, she said, okay, she can do it." He said, "Milo, me ain't gone blind yet, but it says 2020, me not see that woman." It broke my heart. It really broke my heart. So I said to Mr. Griffin right there and then that, Mr. Griffin, when I am elected as a representative for this area under the leadership of Sean K. Richards, we're going to make sure that you get that $500 retroactive from the same time that lady promised it to you.
Don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little bit gonna be alright.
You see? And that is why you see sometimes I talk so much about the card in home, you know. Because that's evident that even outside of the card in home, we still do not treat our elderly well. Could you imagine that? I mean, Mr. Griffin said something to me that made me laugh. He said, "Milo, I am 97, that's soon dead. She could have given me the money. You don't have to be in for long. Because me not believe me going to pass this year." So, it really broke my heart. It really broke my heart. And I made that commitment to him that come September, when this new government will be in place, this new government of the People's Action Movement, and the concerned citizens movement, I will ensure that he get that $500. Let me turn again to, sometimes I wonder why our people in this community vote the way that they have always been voted. And I said, look at Buckley's. Over the years, you hear all this talk about whenever they want to talk about black power and black movement and this and that and oppressed people, they use Buckley's and the Buckley's uprising. But how come you're using Buckley's to show how poor black people fought against oppression, and up to this date, almost 100 years after, there is not a single monument to show what happened in Buckley's almost 100 years ago. And it was from the party that they say are for the poor and care for the poor. It is not evident in their action. I pledge tonight to the people of Buckley's. Boy, I don't know how much time I'm going to say this tonight, but I'm going to say it as much as I need to. I pledge to the good people of Buckley's that when I am elected as their next representative, I will ensure that a monument is built in Buckley's within the first 3 years of me having my 5-year term. Well, my first 5-year term. Because you're going to go on and on and on and on and on. You see, I'm talking to some of the youth in Buckley's. And like I said, a lot of the people around here in this constituency, from canvassing to them, sometimes I get really tired. But it's not a physical tiredness. It is an emotional one and a mental one. Because when you see what these people are going through, their condition in their homes, and you still see these people moving around their business, smiling and looking so happy, I have to say, village people, people from constituency number 3 are really, really, really strong. Really strong. Really strong. And I am so proud of my people. So proud that I can't wait. I wish the bell rang a couple of weeks ago and tomorrow was the election. So I could be the next representative for constituency number 3. But like I say, I really thought that the bell would have done ringing, but then I hear that the man say, he ain't want to ring the bell till he hear what Myla got to say. Because he know Myla that talk some good things. Because last election, I think the Honorable Sean Richards can attest to it. Last election, I said to him, Mister, we always got election on Monday. Why can't we have election on another day? Let him walk up him. What are you thinking about? I said, well, what about the Thursday? Him, okay. But you, he's a narcissistic. That he wants to say, oh, my ain't give me a date. I got me one date. So he put it the day after. Is what kind of man he be? That's the kind of person we're dealing with. And that's the kind of person that we are going to get rid of. But like I say, break my heart. When the young people in Buckley's said to me, Milo, even though we are grateful for being on the PAP and getting money on the peace program, this is not what we want. This is not what we want. We want to do more. We want to be young entrepreneurs. We want to set up our own business. But every time we go and try to get it done, we are denied. Because they feel more comfortable in controlling us by giving us hands out. They don't want to give us the hands up. They are giving us hands out. And I said to them, what is it that you really want to do? Some of them say they want to do a car rental service. They want to do some construction. All they need is something to get the tools so that they can do that. They want to have their own business. Well, tonight I want to say to those young persons in Buckley's, you can change that. You can change the way how they treat you and the way how they look at you by making sure you elect me as your next representative to look after your affairs. And I promise that once elected under the leadership of our next Prime Minister, Sean K. Richards, I will ensure that my people in Buckley's benefit from the $100 million dream fund that my leader keep talking about. I've also listened to the folks in Upper Buckley's. They, for years, have been trying to get a playground. Because if you go in Upper Buckley's, the roads up there, the traffic up there is very, very heavy. But what is happening up there is that every time there is something happening, like now an election happening, they send somebody up there to clear the ground, make them think that they're doing something, and then they turn off, leave it. Well, the people up there, they say they're getting fed up of those games. They're getting fed up of those games. They want somebody to really come up there and take care of the place and make sure that the playing ground, the play field for the children is fixed and there for them to play. Once again, I pledge to them, once I am elected, I really have to get a tape with this, because I'm saying it over and over and over. Right? But once I get elected, I am going to ensure that the good people in Upper Buckley's get that playing ground. Additionally, there are a lot of streets up there that are not named. So I will also ensure that I look at some of the stalwarts from this area, and I will make sure I name those streets up there after those stalwarts who would have contributed a lot to this community. And as I say in that, we have somebody in this community, that they name a street after also, an area after, and that is Vallon Clark. And it's just a street up above. I'm not like the lady up Newton, I know all the streets in this place. Right? And what? No. Shani said not she, not you, Shani. You're not the lady up Newton. You are the queen of the warriors of the East. That's what you are. And Wallon has been here all this time. Everybody know Wallon with the masquerade. And it was surprising to me that Wallon said to me, Milo, for years I trained to get land and house and nobody studying me. I said, Wallon, you? Who seemed like you got more red shirt than anybody else? Always up and down behind of labor. Always. And he said, Milo, nobody studying me. So I made a pledge with him. Boy, I ain't telling a lie. I make into a pledge to a lot of people. Well, it's because I know I'm going to do it. So I make a pledge to him and I said, Wallon, my leader said that in the first 5 years, he's going to build 1,000 houses. I said, man, sure I'm going to give you one, but I'm going to let you look at them and see how nice they look. Because my people up here in constituency number 3, for too long, we have been neglected. And the time is now for the people of West Pasture to start feeling some progress. And as we move along and I come out of Buckley's, Lord, I just cannot pass straight without touching JNF. I mean, and you know why I feel so good tonight? You know why I feel good tonight? Because I hear Sweeney talking about who he was with. And today while I home, and my phone rang, and I look over, and I see Dr. Kennedy Simmons. I said, what? I had saved his number a long time ago, but I almost forgot I had it. And when I look at it, he said to me, he called, I said, hello. He said, Young Joe, that's what he called me. Young Joe, I'm listening to you, and you sound good. And as a doctor, I like the way how you're going and how you're taking the case of the hospital. Because I think that people are not seriously looking at what is happening to our health care. I said, Dr. Simmons, thank you for the call. I feel good. I don't know how to tell you because I still feel good that you, our first Prime Minister and our only living national hero, has seen it fit to call me today. I am on cloud 9. But I am coming on cloud 9. I'm going to come off and go and see what can be done at JNF Hospital. Because, you know, even though he was on the other side, the wrong side, JNF France, he was a real humble and nice, cool man. And to have a hospital named after such a humble guy and it being treated so badly, it's really destroying the legacy of that humble man. I mean, when we get in, I don't expect us to go and build a hospital one time. But what we're going to do is ensure that the existing hospital get all the nurses and all the workers up there, get the proper training they need, and make sure we get adequate supplies and equipment to carry us over until we build that brand new hospital. And it's one thing I want to say now, and I don't want to jump ahead of my political leader and the next Prime Minister of this country. But I seriously believe that health is a serious thing. And I seriously believe that we should dedicate one minister to health. I really believe that who is ever in charge of health should not be in charge of anything else. I seriously believe that. Because as it stands right now, the person who is in charge of health is also in charge of entertainment. So could you imagine that you're having somebody up the hospital, one of your friends, one of your family, who have died, and you're feeling so bad, and then you look on the TV, and you see the person who's supposed to be the Minister of Health on the TV jumping up and going on because there's an opening of some entertainment center. How would you feel? Would you feel that your concerns are being addressed? Would you feel that the minister is being insensitive? I think so. And that is why I really think that Ministry of Health should be just for one minister. Really believe so. And then I have to go to the people of Lagweed. You see, I'm coming down in my constituency because I know all my areas. Earlier this week, I heard a question being asked to the representative of this area. And the answer to the question, which was, what you think is your most achievable thing in the constituency? And the answer was Lagweed and the land that they were able to give to the residents of Lagweed. Now, I did not say I did not believe, but all I say, we have to be talking about two different Lagweeds. Because the reason for that, just last week I was in Lagweed, and I was speaking to the constituents up there. And they said to me, Milo, do you know that they gave us the land? And in March last year, they came and said, hold on. They took back the letters and said that we are going to give you a nice opening before we hand over the land to you. That was since last year, March. It's over a year now, and the people of Lagweed do not have the documents to say the land is theirs. So when I hear the representative saying that is the greatest achievement, it's hard to imagine that failure could be your greatest achievement. Really hard. You know, the resident of Shadwell, St. Johnson, and all the other residents, I say to you, I hear you cry. I hear you cry. I hear you cry when you talk about the roads. There are so many bad roads in this constituency, from Palmetto Point to West Shadwell, that we have to take care of. And I pledge as the next representative of this area to ensure that those roads get fixed. I also plan to revive. You know, as I look around the village, I also plan to revive the Village Orama Festival. That festival was the opening festival for our carnival. That used to start carnival. And I will go as far as to say that festival also produced what we had as the first white king in here, in St. Kitts and Nevis, the great Mats Tuhad. And yours truly here was the one who wrote the songs for Mats Tuhad that he beat off Elimat and all those persons with. So we have a lot of talents up here. I also plan to start a West Bastille beautification drive. And you are here right now, but around the rest of the village, even to the street up above, there's a lot of abandoned houses in this area. A lot of abandoned houses. A lot of dilapidated buildings. And they are hazardous because they are just lying around there unattended. And my plan is to start something where we clean up those lands after proper investigation, where we learn who the land belongs to, who they belong to, and we investigate it, get those lands. The government can now get those lands, get an appraiser, say how much for those lands, put the money in the treasury, take those lands, build a nice place, a nice house, and give it to the resident and the people of constituency number 3. You know, I also have been involved in football and sports in this village area. I have been a player, a vice captain, the coach, the trainer, and everything for the Village Superstars Club. I also, some of you will remember, I used to have my flag running through the whole of Newtown whenever we had a match against Newtown in the finals. So football means a lot to me. And that is why I am committed to put in and getting the playfield over at the Lime Keen Center. A playfield that will be there for the people of West Bastille and for the Village Superstars Football Club. I just got a piece of paper saying, you sung good. You sung very, very good. So I like that there. You see, being here from this village, I see my village people. I see my village people not as voters, but I see you as my brothers and sisters. So when others come and they look at you just as voters, I have a problem with that. One of my plans that I really, really want to do, we have the Fort Thomas Hotel around there. And I said to myself, that is a building that is in my village that nobody is doing anything with. And it belongs to the government. So my plan is that when I am elected and I have my ministries, I am going to fix up and refurbish the Fort Thomas Hotel and have all my ministries in there so that I can be close to my people in West Bastille. I also plan, one of my plans too is that my people here in West Bastille, we have a lot of entrepreneurs. So one of the things we plan to do also is to have an area up by where Tony Berry shop is, and we're going to call it Action Avenue. And in that avenue, we are going to have our people. We have to have night fairs, and we're going to have our people plying the trade in that area. And we're going to have that at least once every month. But now that I'm wrapping up, I guess that's what the paper had said. But now that I read it upside down, so he said to me, you sound good. But now I turn it wrong, he said, time up. But I said, I am going to take this letter, this here, and I'm going to take it over to Timothy Harris and say to him, they send this here to you, time up. But before I go, I want to say to you, the people of West Bastille, that now for the first time, you have someone who is a bona fide villager, someone who born here, someone who was raised here, and someone who lived around you. And for the first time in the history of village and constituency number 3, you have one of your own. For the first time, you can create history by making sure that this is the first time that the People's Action Movement have a representative in number 3. And let me say something, before I say this here, the last meeting we had here, I saw somebody the other day said they're endorsing somebody and they're endorsing somebody. And it reminded me that the last time I see a meeting up here, that endorser only had a dog and 3 fowl behind them, I don't know if I remember that, So if somebody like that is to endorse somebody, that is to show you that that person done lows. So I want to say to you tonight, the good people of West Bastille, I am here. I am here. I am here, and I am here to serve you. So please, on election day, no matter what you do, at least make sure that you go to the polls and you put your X in the box by the hand next to Kevin Milo Freeman. But before you come to me, you people, by the hat, sorry. But before you come to me, I want to say to you, you people from the East, you East warriors, I want you to ensure that when you come and you do that, and you put your X next to the hat for Shani Gray in East Bastille. And when they said, good friend is better than pocket money, I want you to ensure that you do that by voting for the Honorable John L. Powell. And then you're going to be grand for sure. Grand for sure. And number 4. Number 4 is grand for sure. And then we're going to go to number, I got to kiss over number 5. So we're going to go to number 6. And that man is no toy. He's shy. And from the food, from the farm to the table, that man is able. And it's number 7. Number 7, you're going to have my good friend here, Mr. David Pell, who's going to take on the Goliath and defeat him. And in number 8, we're going to be going straight to Church Street with Chesley Hamilton. And I don't know how to say this because I'm so excited about it. But in number 5, you're going to have the opportunity for the first time ever to vote for a prime minister. And I hope on the morning you go early, very early, and make sure you put your X right by the hat and vote for the Honorable Sean Kenneth Richards to be the next and the 4th Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis. And make sure in number 3 you do the right thing by voting for Kevin Milo Freeman to be the first PAM representative of constituency number 3. Good night and thank you.
Only one thing I have to say. PAM will win, so? PAM will win, so? You have heard the plans from the man himself. And if anyone is under the sound of my voice and you had any sort of indecision, if there was still some part of you that was undecided about the choice you have to make on election day, that is what real representation sounds like. That is what real representation sounds like. So I'm encouraging all of you in West Bastia under the sound of my voice, if you are stationary right now, get on the go with Milo. Now, I want to do a crowd check because I'm not sure who is here. All I'm seeing is yellow, and I want to tell you, you look so lovely in your yellow tonight. You look so lovely in your yellow tonight. I'm not concerned, but you know, we are the real party that welcomes all. And so it is quite fine that the comrades have come down to hear what we have to say. Because when they put the X in the box, nobody going to look, your name is not attached. So everybody is welcome to vote PAM on election day. Now, the other night when we were in East Bastia, I got a lot of half marks. And so I had to go home and do my homework. And so I'm coming back tonight because I want my full marks. So I'm going to ask you some questions again. And the question should be answered with a yes. And not just any kind of yes. I want a powerful, emphatic yes. We ready? Okay, so here's the easy one. West Bastia, you with Milo? Yeah. All right, so we're going good. You know that Milo will win in number 3? Okay, we're going good. You love your leader? You know that your leader will be the next prime minister? I'm not quite sure if the people up in the parking lot up by Neville's heard you. So let's try again. PAM people, you love your leader? You know that your leader will be the next prime minister? You sound good, you sound good. I hear the bell is ringing. But the problem is the bell is ringing down here and not in Tabernacle. Something is wrong. But the clock is ticking, the clock is ticking, the clock is ticking. Before I invite the next Prime Minister to the podium, I ask you to direct your attention to the monitors at the back of the stage for a special video presentation.
Sean Richards, the best leader. All you come, true. You go bring your friends, I go bring my friends, and we friends will all vote together. Sean is the best man for the country, the best leader for we. We voting for Sean Richards, Lord. A man with a plan who cares and understand this election. We going with PAM. We voting Sean Richards, Lord. Go tell everybody he's the best man for we country. Right now we need a strong leader, a man who could make things better. From Sandy Point to Frigate Bay, Sean is the man to lead the way. We just need a caring person, someone with a hopeful vision. So anybody else who that is Sean from St. Kitts. We voting for Sean Richards, Lord. A man with a plan who cares and understand this election. We going with PAM. We voting Sean Richards, Lord. Go tell everybody he's the best man for we country. Who we voting for? We keeping the peace. Step for everybody. Better housing solution. Fixing healthcare and employment. Whoa. Time to vote. Time to vote. Time to vote. Time to vote. We voting for Sean Richards, Lord.
PAM people, get on your feet, get on your feet, get on your feet. Wave your flags, put up the placards, make some noise for the next Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, the Honorable Sean Kenneth Richards.
Sean, we love you, and I could tell you love us too. We feel you, we could feel your love and push it through. Just know we vote for you. You need to light up the play field for way.
Members and friends of the People's Action Movement, good evening. No gimmicks? No gimmicks? No gimmicks? Next election? Tonight, as always, I am glad, I am excited, I am privileged, I am humbled to join you at this public meeting. I will continue to remind you that it is our honor and our pleasure to meet with you day after day with your permission and indulgence to outline plans that PAM and CCM have for you and this nation. You're our birthright. Tonight, we rally around our brother, Carvin Milo Freeman, and support him as the best candidate in Constituency 3. There is no question about that. Milo is real. Milo is void of pretense. Milo is a community man, a caring man, and a patriot of this country. Give Milo a round of applause. I go further to say that Milo is ready to represent the great people of constituency number 3. I am ready, we are ready, and we can see the signs of a brighter day just behind that horizon. We are counting down the march to what is quite possibly the most defining moment in our lifetime to this point. The time has run out. With the clock alarm sounding, destiny is no longer in Harris's hand. I understand that he's over there and it's like he's afraid to ring the bell. They say he's over there and he repeating himself over and over again. He's saying the same thing, but the bell has rung for him. He's powerless. He has dragged out the inevitable, trying his hardest to frustrate the people. He has been playing games with people's lives and people's livelihoods. But every day that passes between now and election day, he becomes weaker and he will become more desperate too. I am not surprised it's the 5th. I could have told you all it's the 5th of August. Right now, freedom has come to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. Freedom has come to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis.
With me from He thought that he could have done things for as long as he wants and how he wants, but his time has run out. And come the 5th of August, his time is finished.
fact is that his back is against the wall because the power lies in the hands of you, the people. And so on the 5th of August, a mass power shift takes place, and the man who says he calls the shot becomes powerless, and all that power is transferred to you, the people. You call the shots on the 5th of August. You have the power on August 5th to determine how St. Kitts and Nevis will advance going forward. How can you ensure that? When all is said and done, on election day on the 5th of August, we will emerge from the malaise and the hopelessness that his administration and the previous Labour administration brought to the Federation to a more optimistic, inclusive and more sustainable union, a government of the People's Action Movement and CCM.
Stand strong, we're damn strong. Go away with your trickery, your money and your...
Throughout the world, the pandemic of the last 2 years has exposed not only the fragility of our health and our livelihoods, but also the fragility of our systems and societies. How we respond and how we prioritize our people will set the tone for decades to come. Now is the time for action in determining our destiny and the future of this nation. This is our time to fight for a just and equitable society, replete with opportunities and resources to advance our people, especially those who cannot make themselves heard. And PAM and CCM will fight positively on our program for St. Kitts and Nevis. It is not about pretensions. It is about truth and meaningful engagement to deliver on services and programs that are of interest and priority to our people. The rest of this campaign will go the way of our entire campaign. We will focus on the issues. We will focus on you, the people. We will detail our plans to offer you the best possible choice at this time in our nation for your development. PAM and CCM are offering you the choice to make the necessary investment to give our children the best possible education and to protect and improve our health care, social security, and pensions for the comfort of the elderly. We are offering you legitimate root cause strategies and best practices to win the fight against growing crime and violence and to protect our families and our properties. Mentorship programs, employment, and addressing social ills such as idleness and homelessness are all proven to work to curb crime. Many of our brothers and sisters who get into trouble with the law are not by nature violent. They are societally disengaged and disadvantaged. They often feel disenfranchised and alienated from a society and government that have left them behind and ignored their cries. Violence often seems to them to be the only way out, to either be heard or to meet their needs. But these persons, they are our siblings, our children, our parents, our relatives, and it is our duty and our responsibility to reach them where they are and offer them a different choice, and PAM and CCM will do that. We are offering you solid plans and long-term investment for business startup and success. Seed money to create businesses that will empower you and take you from employee to employer. We are offering you funds in your constituency, whether or not your representative is in the ruling administration. We are offering constituency funds to take care of your own constituency needs without the involvement or permission of the central government. But to accomplish any of that, we must offer you an open, transparent, and fair government. We have heard much about trust in this campaign, but trust must firstly come from being straight with you, the people. Trust comes from being consistent in principles and policies. And that is what PAM and CCM have been and shown to this nation. We have never wavered on the commitments that we have made to you. We have told you why we left Team Unity, and you have seen the price that we have paid. And all across the country, we have been honest with you. As we listened to you and drafted a manifesto on your behalf, we have outlined to you what we will do and how. We have attached a price tag to our promise so that you know not just what you will get, but how it will be paid for. We need to spur economic growth and get more of our young people working from the onset. We need a new investment outlook to take into consideration our realities and our priorities. We have told you about our plans for the young and the elderly and everyone in between. We have detailed our plans for health care and our dedication to a national health insurance to include young people. We have spoken tirelessly about the funds that will be allocated to upgrade schools, hospitals, and medical centers and outfit them to meet the needs of the people to be served. We have highlighted roving caregivers for our diamonds, daycare and school feeding program, among other social services that are guaranteed to take care of our most vulnerable groups, our children and our elderly. We have projected a course for infrastructural and housing development that will bring immediate and necessary job opportunities to this nation while bettering standards of living. We have charted a course for upgrading recreational facilities and green spaces. We will light playing fields and expand opportunities and amenities for leisure. We have given you a view of digital transformation that is coming and that is designed to make us more globally competitive as a people and as a society. That revolution will see us investing in the best of technology to forge a necessary cadre of app designers, programmers, and engineers, DJ mixers, and musicians. Performing arts enthusiasts and creatives will have their own house and showcase. These are only some of the plans we have prepared for this nation because we live in a real world where people are the priority, not their imprisonment, but their advancement. That one simple statement delineates PAM and CCM's agenda, and that is why I am confident that we have already won the argument. Now, we just need to win the votes and seats to form your next government. So I said to you, let us together make the votes count. Let us together make all of the votes count. Vote for what you believe in. Vote for your future. Vote for substance over hype and plans over propaganda. The petition and the vision dream must be kept alive and must be achievable to each citizen. The son of a farmer and the son of the investor must be given the same opportunities for success in a nation that is equally theirs. The relative of the prime minister and the relative of the butcher must have equitable access to this nation's resources. The division must be made to feel that this is a federation and that they, like their counterparts in St. Kitts, knows a future with no boundaries. That is why we continue this march, this one movement. Together, we will achieve that common destiny that our ancestors promised to us. I said to you tonight, on August 5th, vote one movement. Vote for PAM. Vote for CCM. Vote for the hat in constituency number 1. Vote for Natasha Shani Gray Brooks PAM. Shani, come forward. A powerful woman in constituency number 1. Vote for Shani. Vote for the hat. Vote for PAM. In constituency number 2, I am not going back into the parliament without John L. Powell in constituency number 2.
So we may put them there. Good friend better than pocket money. We believe in a loyalty. I take this one on me back. Give them on me back. I take me clan on me back.
John L. in less than 2 years has given sterling representation to the people of constituency number 2. I also want to say to you that John L. is a true PAM because when others lost their way, John L. is still here with us.
John L. come around and drive for the cloud. Get praises from Caricom. Specialize in helping people. I degree in love and reason. So when I time to come on and time to go out, the people shouting out loud, loud, loud. Who's the man for the mission? Who's the one?
In constituency number 3, you heard from the man of the hour. You heard of the many plans that he has to improve the lives of you, the people of this constituency. The best hope for constituency number 3 in this election is none other than Corbin Milo Freeman. Milo just said to me that on the 6th of August I will be Prime Minister of this country and he will be the representative for constituency number 3. I don't have to tell you about number 4. Number 4, sure. Number 4, sure. On the 5th of August, only one man will be returned as the representative for constituency number 4. You know, every single election, Lindsay comes and he says, boy, you looking rough. But if it is one election he hasn't said he looking rough. If it is one election he has said, I definitely winning this election, it is this one. Yeah. And I believe him. And so in number 4, it is grand for sure. In constituency number 6, from farm to table, come forward, Joy.
First time and doing good. First time and powerful. Representing number 6 with a plan to give them licks. From the farm to the table.
And so do not count off Troy in constituency number 6 because the people in number 6 are rallying with Troy Flanders. In number 7, in constituency number 7, he has already told you it's going to be an upset. In number 7, Lincoln David Pell.
Getting it done with Lincoln. Getting it done with Lincoln. Yes, getting it done with Lincoln. No more egoism with Lincoln. Fish your fire. Fish your fire. What's the call? Fish your fire. Fish your fire. Fish your fire. Fish your fire. What's the call? Fish your fire.
And Lincoln said that the man in 7, he's over, he's out, and he's obsolete in constituency number 7. In number 8, should I call him the junior sheriff? In constituency number 8, my very dear friend, Chesley Barcalico Hamilton, the next representative for constituency number 8.
Chesley Hamilton now accept defeat. Full suit of all we march the street.
And Chesley has given me the assurance that number 8 will stay with the People's Action Movement. Members and friends, I don't want you to get complacent. From now until the 5th of August, you have work to do. You have work to do in each constituency. Your job is to find the next 10 persons and ensure that those 10 persons will be voting for the People's Action Movement. That is all I ask of you this evening. Find a next 10 persons. Commit yourself to it. Commit yourself between now and election day. Go out every day and find the next 10 persons to vote for the People's Action Movement. On August 6th, victory will be yours. On August 6th, you will have your new Prime Minister in this country.
Let me see you raise your hands and put them in the air. Put them in the air. High, high. Let me see you raise your hands and put them in the air. Put them in the air. High, high. Jump and let them see love and unity. One big family together. Let's jump and let them see love and unity. One big family together.
The final thing that I said tonight is not necessarily for you, the persons who are here. Tonight, I said to all of those who have lost their way, I say to all of those who for some reason have left the People's Action Movement, that it is time to come home. There is no reason for you to feel embarrassed. There's no reason for you to feel ashamed. We want you back. I want you back under the umbrella of the People's Action Movement. I am ready, I am willing, and I am committed to embracing all of you. All of you. Sometimes we make mistakes. All of us make mistakes in life, but it doesn't mean that we can correct those mistakes. And so between now and the 5th of August, you have the opportunity to correct that mistake. Come home to the People's Action Movement. You can, if you want to do it quietly, do it quietly. If you want to call me and have a conversation with me, 762-6626, let us have a quiet, private conversation. If you don't feel comfortable coming home publicly, let us have a conversation, but come home to the People's Action Movement, the party which represents the best hope for this country. On election day, let your votes be counted in the majority for the candidates of the People's Action Movement. We have outlined plans and we have outlined policies which will benefit all of the people. All of the people. So those who are here, stay home. Don't go out. And those who have not reached home as yet, quicken your steps and come home. Within the next 3 weeks, the next few days, up until the 5th of August, I am asking you to come back home to the People's Action Movement. Good night. God bless you.
I'm moving everywhere with me, family. With me, family. When we come to we mash up and turn up dance, we like a hammer. Cause everybody jump it up together.
The bell has rung. The bell has rung. The bell has rung.
Yo!
His time is done. Done, done, done. PAM people, you ready? You sure you ready? Are you ready to rumble?
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Well. So here what we are going to do. For those of you who are here, and you know you don't have any more yellow clothes in your wardrobe, you're going to leave here expeditiously and you're going home to wash. And tomorrow, we are all putting on our yellow. Tomorrow is yellow day. And tomorrow when we step out, there should be no question, no query, no comment, no concern about which side of the fence we are standing on. We are making a deliberate choice and we are not afraid to show people where we are standing. The time of PAM being quiet and nice and it done. It is over. It is finished. So tomorrow we are going to wear our yellow and we are going to show them that PAM is alive and well in this country. So don't let it be no coldness. Don't let me come to Basti and see any of you in white or any neutral color. Put on your yellow. And Gloria, for the next 3 weeks, you are going to continue. Yellow all day, every day. Okay. The next time we are going to see each other in a meeting like this will be on Wednesday in Constituency 4. You're going to have to look for the page and listen out to know exactly where in Constituency 4 we are going to be. But on Wednesday, we are going down because it's grand for sure. It's grand for sure. So the captain has turned back on the fasten seatbelt signs. And the flight attendants are coming through the cabin to take care of any last-minute trash that you may have. We are due to descend into Church Street very shortly. We know you have a choice on which airline you fly, and so we want to thank you for choosing the People's Action Movement Airlines. And I take this time to wish you a safe journey to whatever your voting constituency is. Remember, on August 5th, there is only one clear choice. There is only one choice for you, and that is the People's Action Movement. And so I encourage you, once you are under the sound of my voice, to make a small cute X in the box next to the hat. Your future depends on it. Your children's future depends on it, and the country's future depends on it. As always, my name is Didi, and I thank you for coming out tonight, and I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday. We are in number 4. Thank you, and good night.
I'm moving away with me, family.